This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Hey Siri, turn Neon Peach on. I've been filming more videos and I actually have many more to film this month that I'm very excited about. But the office is a wreck. And this is honestly the smallest space I've ever had for a proper office, but it's shaping up to be actually one of my favorites because I've gone really ham on all of the organization and I really only have things that I really need. But it's getting pretty crammed and I have a special project. See this little door frame? I have a little closet in the back that has not been organized this entire time. It's where I put all of my crap. And I need to be able to fit all of these tripods into that closet. Right now I cannot do that. That is my ultimate goal. So I was just wondering if I could interest you in a vlog today. This is my weekend project and maybe you can enjoy it. Okay. I mean, it's a mess. We got clothes, we got a ton of gear, we got tech loans that I need to send back, and most importantly, where are these gonna go? Not right here. I'll tell you that. Okay, I got too busy reorganizing some of my husky drawers and those orange bins back there. Thought I was going to be able to get to that closet today. Nope. Gonna have to do most of the stuff tomorrow because it's baby time. Okay. Day 2, I got distracted yesterday rearranging my husky tool chest when the goal was the closet. I'm the queen of side missions over here. Gotta finish that. Here we go. Okay, I know it doesn't look it, but we're ready to start the miniature office closet. I'm starting to wonder if this will even make a good vlog. This is peak entertainment. Look at my mess, just on full display. You know, it was just 7 or 8 months ago when I had professional organizers come and put all my cables in these beautiful boxes, and I've ruined everything. This is remnants of my old desk. You know, looks like some important mail that I probably shouldn't have just left in a box. Oh my god, I've been looking for this. Are you kidding me? This is where my clock was? I have 2 of these. I got it at the Muji New York City store probably a decade ago. I have a ton of people ask me, hey, where'd you get that clock? At Muji a decade ago. They don't sell anymore. I don't know. I'm a big fan though. I need a clock on here. Can it just like rest here? That's actually perfect. See, I'm sitting here filming. Hey, what time is it? It's right there. Okay, let's see what other goodies I have in here. Tripod manual. Little light that is dead. Coupon for free prints. I want to keep that. Trash. Whoa. Okay, this is very important condo information from taxes, like tax documents. I'll show you where I put stuff like this to be organized on a different day. Look at this mess. Sarah, just put them into folders that you have. Yeah, but I don't know what folder to put them in. One of my favorite cards from John. I love this thing. It's basically a video and audio interface built into one from Rode. Almost like a super mini Rodecaster, but it has the video attached. But apparently some people are having issues with this. I'm reading some reviews. I had one issue where I had to restart my computer to fix something, but I don't know, I'm gonna revisit this. Nice little power charging station. I didn't know I had a second one of these. I already used one over there. Might just add it to the same spot. This is just gonna be my Carmex mug. Always losing it. This is John's semi-broken Sony ZV-1. Didn't know that was in there. My favorite literature. This is a good one. Insanity is hereditary. You get it from your children. Oh my god, I've been looking for this. My matte black phone stand. All of the to-dos that I never did. Aw, baby Peach. Look at this clear pathway. I did not do that on purpose. And this beautiful clean closet. Do you guys feel as accomplished as I do? Even got 2 light cases out of the way. I can go in and just grab the slider, right? If the slider is in its bag, it's not getting used. So this needs to stay ready. By the way, this is one of my favorite new pieces of gear. It's a slider, it's not very expensive. It's the small rig, top rig S60, as you can see. And you just basically put a battery right here, and all of the options that you need are buttons. You don't have to use the app. If a piece of gear requires an app, I'm not using it. I'm just not using it. The only downside, when you use a big tripod head like this, you don't get the full length because it rams into the battery. I wish it scooted over a little bit, but overall, one of my new favorite pieces of gear. And if you're wondering where all of this stuff went, a lot of things went into drawers, you know, it's good to have storage. Some packages still need to be sent off, but I didn't find places for everything, but we'll figure out that pile of gear soon. And all the remaining stuff, this stuff is gonna go to our storage unit. I just finally gave in and got a storage unit because this tiny little room just cannot contain all of the gear. It's just impossible. Miniature gear rant. This big Manfrotto fluid tripod head. It's the model MVH502AH. You know, you think bigger is better. Not with this fluid tripod head. I hate it so much. I live in LA, so I'm sure I can just post on Nextdoor, hey, someone come pick up this crappy fluid tripod head that I hate. It just does a terrible job for what I thought it would do a good job doing. This tripod head that I just showed you, this is the MVH500AH. It's smaller, but it's so much better for just that fluid flow when you're shooting a product, you know, you just want to get some pans or some tilts. The cheaper, smaller one does such a better job, and I've had that tripod head for probably over 10 years. I've had it forever. That's the one to choose if you're wondering. Okay, a little tangent for you. I'm gonna go put this stuff in a storage unit, and then, you know, we haven't done just a classic Q&A in a while, and a lot has been going on. So I'm gonna feed my cat, we're gonna run around town, and then we'll do a Q&A to end out this, whatever the heck this is. And voila. I don't remember where I put the stuff, but hey, I think this is a pretty organized storage unit. Still got some space. I'm in my organizational era, if you can't tell. Look at my sweet babies.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
She awake?
Hi. Yeah, she just woke up from a nap.
Aw, like an hour nap, so.
Hi, sugar. Hi, baby. You want to smile for mommy? What a cute baby.
Gets it from her father.
It's like cloudy today. It's a weird vibe in the house today.
Yeah, it's weird. She's not much of a vlogger yet, huh?
I know. We gotta up her vlogging skills.
Every time we put out the camera, she's literally like, she hates the camera so far. Like father, like daughter. All right, what kind of facial expression should I have?
Wow. Wow.
I'm already tired though.
Wow.
432. Oh, I go. Ow.
We did it. Did I make this vlog just so I would clean my office? Yes. Yes, I did. Light one. You know what? Let's turn on hair light, because I didn't even show you guys this. Okay, so mini tangents, but as you can see, my hair light is now mounted on the wall. Before it was on a big C-stand and it was in my shot, and we can't have that. Sometimes people like having that vibe, like, ooh, I'm on a set, but I wanted it hidden. And so obviously that will have to be a hole that I patch when I leave this house, but it is so much better now. Oh, hey, it's Sarah from the future here. I, on top of cleaning this office, spent a lot of time perfecting this A-roll shot. So I just want to show it to you before we get into the Q&A, okay? So previously, this light reflection was even worse because you basically saw the grid and it was a very obvious rectangle. Now, in order to get rid of that glare entirely, that would have to be a black wall, like my Texas office, and we put some black fabric on the plexiglass and it solved the reflection and it was perfect, right? We're renting this house, so we can't do that. So I gotta work with what I got here. So I basically switched to a 120D. I think the circle is better than the rectangle shape. We still have a grid on it because I want the light to be focused, but then I put a big white sheet basically in front of it. So still a lot of beautiful diffused light is coming through, but it's more diffused in the background. I also changed the lens I was shooting with. Previously it was the G Master 24-70 f2.8, the second version. Loved that lens, very versatile, but I needed some more blurriness. I needed some more depth of field, so I changed to my 50-1.2. It's at 1.8. That's kind of the sweet spot. Maturing is knowing that the lowest f-stop you can choose is not always the best one. 1.2 was actually just too blurry. I still want you to see some stuff in the background. So yeah, that lens gave some more depth of field, but I found a good middle ground, and I think my background looks good. We raised up the camera a little bit so you can see more of the peach. I was able to actually push it more back. I moved some stuff. So I just wanted to show you the improved shot because it kind of goes with cleaning up my office. I've been doing a lot of organizing and kind of like perfecting. I'm just having fun. I'm having fun with my stuff, you know? So before we hit the Q&A, can I just say, oh my gosh, Squarespace, thank you so much for sponsoring this vlog. I don't know if you guys have checked out Squarespace lately, but they are introducing new features what seems like every month. It's kind of crazy. They have the new design intelligence where eventually you're going to be able to just type in a few words and they're going to be able to just design your website for you with AI, and then you can go in and customize and tweak what you want. But this is almost like their templates on steroids. You know that Squarespace has always been really great with templates, whether you need a portfolio for your creative work or maybe you're a restaurant and you need to put up your menu and take reservations. Squarespace can do all of that. So whether it's with the new design intelligence that's coming out soon, Squarespace's new fluid engine, which I use to redesign my new website, that's basically where you can drag and drop elements wherever you want, or you use their award-winning templates, they have something for you. They're staying ahead of the curve. You can sell whatever you want, whether it's physical products like merch. I sell merch via their Printful integration. It makes merch super easy and you're able to integrate it right into your Squarespace site, or you're selling digital products. They even now just introduced the ability to sell courses on your Squarespace site. No matter what you need to display or sell or appointments to schedule, Squarespace really does it all. So if you're sitting there and you're like, wow, well, that's kind of impressive, you can go to squarespace.com for a free trial. But if you want to get started today, go to squarespace.com/Sara Dietschy, that's me, for 10% off your first purchase of a domain or website. Okay, second half of the vlog, you guys asked me questions on the Instagram and Twitter. Feels like a classic vlog. You know, 2 people are gonna watch this video, but I had fun making it. And that's what matters. Not really. I have to care if I'm making something that you guys like. So I do care about that, but sometimes you just gotta do one for you. Yep. Haven't done a Q&A in years and so much has happened. So I went to Instagram and Twitter, only posted this like an hour ago, so we still got some questions. How hard was it to adjust to the LA lifestyle? Wasn't hard at all. It was actually very lovely. Within the month of moving here, we were doing hikes, we were outdoors more, doing more walks. We live in a really cute neighborhood. Really the biggest thing that we had to adjust to is just the inflated cost of living. So day to day, I would say is much better just because it's easier to be outside. We like know our neighbors here, which is a new thing for us. So, and it is kind of crazy. We have so many more friends here just within a 5-minute radius. And having your friends close impacts if you see them. I'm actually seeing a lot of people and it's fun. Just expensive. How was the newborn phase for you? Please be brutally honest. You know, I am going to be brutally honest. It was and is right now amazing. There were some tough times in the beginning when she had a hard time going to sleep, but once we got on a flow, once we started to understand how much she needs to nap per day and how she needs to eat her most at night, she has now been like sleeping through the night for a month now, which is amazing. If you haven't watched my birth story, I'll link it in the description below, and then I think you'll understand that anything that's not that is amazing. So not to say that it's been all rainbows and butterflies, but not being in the NICU, me not being in the hospital, me not having a PICC line, baby girl being healthy and just smiling at us. I mean, yeah, it's been good. I will have to say, I think John had a harder time adjusting to it in the beginning because I think men, they don't have, you know, they didn't physically go through it. So when the baby isn't reacting to you, not smiling, you know, in newborns, they're just like a big potato in the beginning. So, you know, he was doing a lot of the work in the beginning too. I think it's just harder for men to connect in the beginning. But now, yeah, it's just crazy how different it is now the past month. I mean, she has so much personality. It's really fun to watch. How has life changed for you managing YouTube business, being a mom? I think that could be a whole video. Maybe we'll do like a day in the life vlog. But to be honest, one, I obviously have less time to do YouTube and to properly work, but I feel like I've been preparing for this moment for a very long time. I've always known that I wanted to be a mom. You know, when I spend 5-6 hours in a row with baby, I'm hungry to work. And then when I spend 4 hours a day working, then I'm hungry to go back and hang out with baby and have very intentional time with her. We have a good balance right now. My mom commented, "How are you so pretty? Do you take after your mom?" Wow, Jeannie. Wow. Robert asks, Robert, I think we follow each other on Twitter, right? He is a very talented editor, video editor. What made you go all Mac again after your run with Puget? My Puget PC was amazing until it wasn't. It's so weird. This is something that I experienced with custom PCs, and this is why I really never spec out computers, Mac or PC, to the full capacity, because no matter how much you spec it out, I always find that they do like an amazing 3 to 4 year run, and then it just degrades. I don't know what it was, but in Resolve, even though my PC was just a beast, it started really slowing down with things like screen records, whether it was from OBS or using other programs. Some of the things in Resolve that requires, what is it called? Applying a magic mask, slow down with stuff like that. So even though in theory my specs should have handled everything, maybe it's more of a bottleneck on the software side. But I find that I just need to upgrade to the latest computers every 3 to 4 years. I really, really want to try a Mac Studio because I want to give Apple Silicon a proper shot. But the one that I spec'd out is probably 6 or 7K. And since I'm not doing all of the deals all the time, that price tag actually has me pausing and waiting. I just feel like I kind of need to get more things going before I spend $7,000 on a computer. So time will tell. My MacBook Pro is doing fine for now, but it's definitely slowing down on some things like making proxies. And then, you know, I just exported a 35-minute video in 40 minutes. Whenever the render time is now longer than the actual video, I'm like, oof, that doesn't feel right. Ooh, when will baby Peach get her first tablet? I don't think we're gonna give baby Peach an iPad potentially ever. We've been very intentional about keeping screen time away from her. So, you know, John and I are Mrs. Rachel for her. And so I think we're gonna keep all screens away from her for as long as possible. And then once she starts understanding things more, you know, maybe at 1.5 to 2.5, maybe we start doing Disney movies or something like that. But I think multimedia is going to live on the TV. I don't want her to have a phone or a tablet or really anything for a very, very long time. All right, let's go over to Twitter, see if Twitter has any questions. Oh my God, I love this one. Chantel says, "Why do you seem so upbeat and happy all the time?" Well, Chantel, something happens when you go through an insane experience and you feel like you almost died and you feel like your baby could have potentially died. And then you just go through months of pain and worry and panic. And then one day you just wake up and that's all gone. And then you're just the happiest person ever because you remember what it felt like previously, you know? Yeah, I'm just thankful, grateful every day. What is your current stance on Bitcoin? I remember you sold it to buy a Tesla. Yes, I've always believed in the purpose of Bitcoin, but I don't know, it's very interesting because the more mainstream adoption it gets, you know, it has an ETF now. Of course, that's gonna drive the price up. Great, fantastic. But at the same time, it turns this, you know, alternative asset that's for the rebels into something very institutionalized. So, you know, it's cool. Whatever. Okay, some good questions. Maybe we can end it with this question for John.
Hello.
Do you want to answer the last question of the Q&A? Hi, baby. Hi.
Is that the lens that I was like, oh, I kind of want that?
Yeah.
How do you feel fatherhood has affected John? It's made me less depressed, genuinely. I think it's because it creates momentum more than anything else because, you know, you have to do the things for the baby. There is no like should I do this or should I do that? And I'm like a human who questions everything way too much, and it makes life very depressing. So being like, I have to do this once I'm done with baby, I'm like, okay, I have 2 hours. Now I just have to do this. And you also have the momentum of helping the baby. So it's kind of made me a lot happier. I've been like in a really good headspace since the baby has been home, so. But that's pretty much it. And I think I don't care about things that are maybe as petty.
Yeah.
Which sounds kind of braggadocious.
I mean,
like, I'm too good for things now. Is this a bad word to use? It's like kind of annoying a lot. Like babies are, they can be kind of annoying.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just the concept of the baby that can be annoying. So like you can have a momentum to do like a project you're working on, and if the baby cries, you immediately have to go do that. Sometimes the baby's crying and it takes a second to figure out why they're crying, and you have to do everything you can. Those moments can be kind of tough, especially like in the morning when you're like, oh, we found a good routine. And then all of a sudden you wake up and she wakes up an hour earlier than she should have woken up. You're like, oh, there goes that hour where I was going to get things done.
Yes, I always tell John, with babies, you just can't have expectations.
I know, and that's
because expectation is the thief of joy, baby.
I know, and I try not to have any expectations, but then if you find a flow for 2 weeks that works with the baby, it's really exciting because you're like, oh my gosh, the baby is figuring something out. This is awesome. And when that breaks, I mean, it's kind of like sadness all around. You're like, now my schedule changes. Is it bad that her schedule is changing? So that can be kind of aggravating. I'm also like holding boxers. You noticed that, right?
Oh, I didn't notice that. Are you using that as like a spit, like her drool around?
Yeah, yeah. But they're brand new, clean boxers.
Look at all that drool.
I know, she'd be drooling a lot.
She be drooling.
What else? I mean, I don't know. I feel like I could have a lot to say, but you know, we don't want this video to be too boring.
I'm like swaying with you. I see the baby and I just have to sway.
It hasn't really been that surprising besides the very beginning. Yeah, that was
Yeah. Yay.
Everything else though has been kind of what you expect. She's a good baby. She's like her parents. She's just like
good. Like her parents.
She's just good.
She said, oh, that NICU, the 2 months in the NICU, that was as much drama as we need. She's seen things.
Yeah, sometimes I'll just see her staring at the window like, and I know she's thinking like, what is this world? Why are we here? What is my purpose? People are gonna think we have the angriest baby ever.
I know.
Because every time the camera's on, she's like, no.
All right, from the actual Peachy fam, signing off from this random video.
Well, I'm glad you made it. I have no idea what it's about, but I assume it's amazing. And you know what? Probably worth subscribing to your channel for. That's what I would say.
Okay, everyone, like this video, hit that subscribe button for new videos, and until next time, baby. Stay peachy. Bye.